What's up, YouTube? Casual Magic Gaming coming at you guys with another video. This is an interesting modern deck tech that I have. It is mono white flyer aggro, so it plays a lot of 1 and 2 drops. There is a couple 3 drops in the deck, but for the most part, it basically just plays a lot of flying creatures except for 1 creature, and then the whole deck has, like the rest of the deck, is pump spells, and it basically just beats your opponent as fast as possible with flyers. And it's a really fun deck to play. On my scale of 1 to 10, the consistency is basically like a 7, in my opinion, but the competitiveness of this, I would have to say, is like a 7 or a 8. Just because it can put pressure on the board really fast, and it's just really great with some of the new support that just came out in Eldritch Moon. So, without further ado, let's hop right into this deck tech, and hope you guys enjoy it. We've got, for the creatures, for the white creatures, we've got 4 Lantern Kami. I could have picked so many other 1-drop 1/1 flyers, but I felt like this guy was the coolest looking, and I felt like he's not really ever played, so why not just play him? There was really nothing else I wanted to put in his spot, so I figured just why not play him. Then we got 4 Topplegeist. Topplegeist is amazing because it's not really that difficult to get 4 different types of cards into your graveyard to get the Delirium. And then just coming in to tap something while you have some big beat stick late game on the field and if they have a flyer, you can just tap that to force through and get some damage in to maybe help you win. So it's pretty good. The 4 copies are definitely needed, I feel. Then we got the only non-flyer of the deck, which is Anointer of Champions. This is solely in here to never ever swing with it. You basically just use it to pump up your creatures like a pump spell, so it puts in a lot of work. There's a card in my side deck that you guys will see, because I will include a side deck that I have. But there's a card in my side deck that I was playing for a long time, but recently took out, and I'll tell you why it's not better than an Anointer of Champions when we get to it. And then, of course, no flyers deck would be complete without the full playset of Squadron Hawk. This card is just amazing. Basically, I tutor through my deck and get to shuffle up my deck, so I basically get to have a fresh start on what I get to pull, so I can get to that pump spell I need really quickly. So why not? And then no flyers deck that has pump spells in it would be complete without aggro and Skyguard. This guy's amazing. You basically want to, most of the time, direct your pump spells at this guy if you have him on board, because he just gets more beefier, and you just poke through for some damage. There was some other aggro guys that I wanted to play that had flying, but I just didn't have space for them because I don't play that many targetable spells. So I figured a playset of him is just perfect. And then I do play probably one of the best cards in the deck that has saved me millions of times is Selfless Spirit. This card's the most expensive card on the whole deck. It was like $4 when I picked it up. It's probably gone up in price. I haven't checked the price on it recently. I know there's been a blue-white Spirit deck that's popped up in Standard, so I think it shot the price of this up a tiny bit, maybe a couple bucks, so maybe it's like a $5 card, $6 card, I don't know, but this card's pretty nuts in that deck, and it's pretty nuts in this deck, so you want to play the full play set so that you can keep the maximum amount of creatures on board that are actually netting you advantage. I mean, this nets you advantage a little bit because it's one of your bigger creatures, but if they try to target something that has one of your pump spells on it, you can basically just say no to it. So it just helps you basically redirect the target to this. So it's pretty good. Then we play 2 Spear of Helioid. This card's amazing. This is the only 3-drop in the deck. You don't play anything else above 3, or anything else above 2 drops other than this. The reason this is in here was because I didn't really want to play it because it was a 3-drop. But then I was evaluating all the other pump spells that are good in the game, and this was just one of the most busted. So I figured I had to play it because it stays on the field all the time. You get that 1/1, and then you can also destroy a creature, and I felt like white doesn't have too many destruction stuff, so why not be able to destroy something that's dealt you a bunch of damage that you need to get off the board. So if you notice your opponent has a big creature, and you know they're going to swing with it next turn, or almost positive they're going to swing with it next turn, you drop this and basically keep 3 mana up and wait for them to swing, and when they swing, you just crack this and basically destroy their hopes of winning a little bit. So it works out. And then the only other enchantment we play 2 other enchantments. We play Gleam of Authority. Gleam of Authority is amazing. So basically, you just pump up. You use the bolster every turn that this is on it. For the most point. And then, because this is the only way you can get 1/1 counters on stuff. But that's not an issue. Basically, when this comes in, it does nothing. And then you bolster. It gets a counter. And another creature gets a counter. And then you keep doing that repeatedly until your creature's beefy. And then you can just swing in for a massive amount of damage and finish the game off pretty quick. So that's what I'm really liking about this card. And then we got 3 Grasp of Harrowmancer. This card's actually more amazing than I thought. I was side decking it for the longest time and playing that creature I was telling you guys about in place of this, but I felt like I needed another pump spell, so I took that out for this. Same cost, so it didn't change the need of mana in the deck. So basically, this just helps you tap your stuff, and it's good in tandem with Topplegeist, and it gives that 1/1 for however long this is on the field with that creature. So it's just a great card. I'd recommend playing it in any white weenie flyer beatdown deck. So it's just really great, and I'm liking it. That's it for the enchantments. Moving on to the instances. We don't play any sorceries in the deck, so moving on to the instances. We got 2 Glorious Charge. I've been considering bumping this up to 4. 2 is working out great because you draw it when you need it, don't draw it when you don't, and basically gives everything a 1/1, so it can help you push for game really, really fast. I've been feeling like 4 would be great, but 2 is working out right now, so. Then we got 4 Strength of Arms. I was going back and forth between rather playing this or Lithomancer's Focus, because they do the same thing essentially, but they have different extra effects. This is only when you have an equipment, you put a 1/1 white human soldier creature token onto the battlefield. That doesn't really matter, so I figured I'd just rather play this one because I'm never going to get that second effect. I just want the 2/2 onto my creature for 1. Lithomancer's Focus, yes, it's better because it does have the colorless effect. You don't get hurt by a colorless. Like, your creature has protection from colorless. Like, you prevent all damage from colorless sources this turn. So it would help your creature not die. But, I mean, how many flyers are there that are colorless? So, or how many burn spells or destruction spells in the game right now are colorless? So that's why I don't really play it. I do side it just because I felt like if I am playing against a colorless deck, I can side it in game 2 because it won't really matter game 1. but game 2 it'll help a lot, so why not? And then we do got the 4 Artful Maneuver, the best pump spell in the deck. This is basically like 8 copies of it, because once you have one, you cast it on something that's pretty big, or a 1/1 or whatever you want to cast it on, and you get in for a lot of damage, and then the next turn you can get in for that same damage, and maybe even more, because you cast this for free without paying its cost, because it has Rebound. I'm sure you all know what Rebound does by now, but for those new players, if you don't know what Rebound does, you can pause this and read it real quick and then continue with the video. But that's it for the white spells in the deck. Let's move on to the land. The land is pretty cut and dry. There is only 20 land in the deck. There is a card from Eldritch Moon. That's a rare or uncommon. It's a land that basically comes in for a colorless, and you can tap 2 and a colorless, I believe it is, to have both players draw a card and discard a card, but I'm not sure what that card's called. I would probably play that in place of probably 2 of the land. I'd probably play 2 of that. So without further ado, let's get into this land. We got the 3 Sandstone Bridge. 4 was a little cloggy. 3 is perfect. It's just great to give Vigilance to a creature and a 1/1 so that you have a blocker for next turn if you honestly need it. So this card's just amazing. And then we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 basic planes in the deck. This is the best ratio that I've felt. I haven't wanted any other type of land in the deck. It's been producing really, really well for me, so if you guys want to try this deck out, definitely try 20 land. I have found a little bit that it does produce a little too much land at given times, but you know, it's definitely worth it to have 20 in there, because if you don't get to your lands, you can't cast your creatures, and so sometimes it does not give you enough land, so you gotta have 20 land in there, because it's definitely worth it to have the 20 land in there. But enough said about the land. Sorry for ranting. Let's get into that side deck real quick, and then have you guys selling on your way to playing a good deck, hopefully. We have 2 Angelic Page. This is the creature I kept talking about. This is not necessarily better than what is it called? Better than your Anointer of Champions. I felt Anointer of Champions is better, even though it only does attacking creature. I felt like it's better because it's not a flyer you want to swing with, and it's 1 cost less. It's only a white, so I felt like that was much better. This is good if you need more flyers and pumps. So, I mean, it's good in that sense, but really, you want to be swinging with this rather than using its effect. So, that's why it's in the sideboard, and only 2 of. Then we play 2 Sunlets, because I wanted something that can get rid of a creature that was only 1 mana. Essentially, if I'm playing against aggro or burn, I want to get rid of their creatures as soon as possible, so this is just really great. And then we play 3 Feet of Resistance. This card's amazing, because it can give you protection against those burn decks. It's just a great card. I really like it. And it's also good in case you're playing against a Flyers deck that has huge Flyers on the field, and you drop this and say you have protection from whatever color they are. You can basically just swing in without worrying. And then the full 4 of the Lithomancer's Focus. This is an amazing card. I only would side this in against colorless decks. anything that has colorless creatures, just because it would be better than the other card that I play in the main that I was talking about. But yeah. Then we play for the last 4 cards of the side deck. Repel the Abominable. This is just great because not a lot of human stuff is being played in Modern, from what I've noticed. I mean, there is some stuff, but this basically just ensures that I don't get killed by the mid-range decks or the decks that have the huge creatures, and it just ensures that I can stay alive. So it's really good. That's it for my mono white flyers slash aggro. Hope you guys enjoyed my deck profile. Hope I inspired you guys to go build it, because from what I know is that I'm the only person in Magic history that has posted on the internet or posted on YouTube about this deck, and I hope you guys find a better way to build it, a more consistent way, hopefully. And you guys let me know in the comment section below so that I can improve on this deck too. Constructive criticism is always appreciated. Don't knock this deck until you try it, because it is actually a really great deck. Make sure you don't leave any disrespectful comments, because this is my own brew. I know there will be some haters, but just do what you do, and if you guys feel like you want to try this out, go ahead. But this has been Casual MTG, or Casual Magic Gaming, and I am signing out. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you.